Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, man. Want to talk some more football, man. All right, man. First of all, man, I want to talk about the Raiders situation. Once again, I know I said I was done talking about the Raiders, but based off some of the recent events that didn't happen with the Raiders, I have to continue to talk about the Raiders. Now, my question is to the Raider Nation, based off most people feel like the Raiders were deceived in that, you know, Mark Davis had no intentions on staying in Oakland whatsoever. Should the Raider Nation, you know, start a petition for the Raiders to get kicked out of the Oakland Coliseum this year? I'm just asking that question. I'm posing this question to anybody. You don't even necessarily have to be a citizen of Oakland. As a football fan, do you think a petition should get started to where the Raiders can get kicked out of the Coliseum and let them go play somewhere else? Because I stand by what I said. I feel like the Raiders should leave now. Like I said, it is no use for them to still be in Oakland. I'm just keeping it 100. That whole thing about they gonna stay for 3 years and all that shit, and they gonna try to win the Super Bowl. Who cares about that? You know what I'm saying? When you fucking leaving. Let me give you guys this scenario. As I keep saying, like I told you, can you imagine, you know, you being with a woman or a man and shit, and y'all break up, and the person, you know, leaving you to go somewhere else, and they building this immaculate ass, let's just say, house and all that type of shit, and they tell you some shit like, well, we done broke up, but I'm gonna stay with you until my new house is built, and, you know, you can still pay, you know, foot the bill for my needs and necessities and shit. You gonna be like, man, fuck you, get the fuck out. And that's pretty much the situation with the Raiders. I have to bring that scenario up again, man. Could you just imagine if somebody did that shit to you? You'll be like, are you serious? I just feel like we should just start a petition and get enough signatures to where the Raiders can just leave immediately. Because there's no reason for them to be here. Because to me, the sooner the Raiders get the hell out the Coliseum, you know, the sooner the A's can focus on building the Oakland A's a new stadium. You know, we need to start planning for the immediate future when the Warriors leave and when the Raiders leave. It would be best if the Raiders left now. And that's just real talk. Why should the Raiders be made a priority when they're leaving town? They should be the least priority for the city of Oakland. Now, as I said before somebody come bringing up the Golden State Warriors, how many goddamn times I have to tell you that the Warriors were in San Francisco first? The move to the Coliseum was supposed to be a temporary move. You know, it was just temporary, but they ended up staying 40 plus years. But now they're going back to San Francisco, where they belong. Why you think they never changed the name to the Oakland Warriors? Because they wasn't supposed to be in Oakland that long. That's why they started calling them the Golden State Warriors. Because it was, and the funny part about it was, the Warriors, since, the 70s, they didn't have like 4 different owners. They had, what's that dude's name? Franklin Muni or something. Then they had a guy before that. Then they had Chris Cohan, and then now they had Peter Gruber and Joseph Lacob. All of those dudes could have changed the name to the Oakland Warriors, and they decided not to. A lot of people thought Golden State was a real city. A lot of people didn't know for years that the Warriors played in Oakland. So that should be a telltale sign that, you know, they were never meant to really be in Oakland this long, because otherwise they would have officially changed the name to the Oakland Warriors. I remember they would ask Chris Cohan, how come he won't change the name to the Oakland Warriors? And he would always beat around the bush. I think it was in some kind of contract, whoever bought the Warriors, you know, quiet as kept. I think they couldn't change the name to the Oakland Warriors. Because you have to wonder why they never changed the name to the Oakland Warriors and they was here that long. But anyway, I'm sorry, I digress a little bit. But anyway, getting back to the Raiders, as I said before, I just think that it's time for the Raiders to just leave now. They need to bounce. Real talk. So what do y'all think? Should we start getting petitions ready? Try to get like 100,000 signatures and present it to Libby Schaaf, and then she can possibly kick the Raiders out. To be honest with you, I think if Mark Davis, to be completely honest with you, I think if Libby Schaaf asked the Raiders to leave, I think they should just leave. That's just real talk. I know some Raider fans want them here no matter what, but I can't fuck with them like that. I'm good. I want them to go as soon as possible. Now, that's just pretty much my thoughts, but let me know what you think. You know, do y'all think we should get a petition signed to get the Raiders out of Oakland now, before the start of the 2017-2018 season? Now, keep in mind, even if the Raiders play this season at the Coliseum, it's a year-to-year lease. Now, they supposed to sign a 2-year, year-to-year lease, whatever the hell that means, but I think the authorities of the Coliseum can kick them out after this season. So hopefully the fans of Oakland will only have to suffer with the Raiders being here for just one last season, and then they can get the hell out of here. And I agree with Draymond Green. I will not give the Raiders a cent of my hard-earned money. I hope they draw 5,000 fans per game. I'm serious. I hope they draw 5,000 fans per game until they get out of here. But anyway, I'm out.